So in this topic, let us look at the trigonometric ratios for most standard angles. So we have already studied the trigonometric functions values for 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90 degrees, and for all the allied positions of these angles. Next, in this topic, we'll look at three sets of standard angles. So the first set is 15 and 75 degrees. The second set is 22.5 and 67.5 degrees. The third set relates to multiples of 18. So first, let us go set by set. First, if you want the trigonometric ratios for 15 degrees, we use compound angle formulas. So if you want sine 15 degrees, so 15 can be written as sine of 45 degrees minus 30 degrees. That is equal to, so 45 minus 30 is 15. So sine 15 degrees, sine A minus B is equal to sine A into cos B minus cos A into sine B. So that is equal to sine 45 is 1 by root 2 into cos 30 is root 3 by 2, right? Minus cos 45 is 1 by root 2 and sine 30 is 1 by 2. So effectively this is equal to root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. So sine 15 degrees is root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. And similarly, if you want cos 15 degrees, just need to use cos of 45 minus 30. That is equal to, so cos A minus B is cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. That is cos 45 degrees into cos 30 degrees plus sin 45 degrees into sin 30 degrees. So that is equal to cos 45 is 1 by root 2 into root 3 by 2 plus 1 by root 2 into 1 by 2. That is equal to root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. So sine 15 is root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. Cos 15 is root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. So once you have sine 15 and cos 15, so you can calculate the numbers correspond to 75 degrees using compound angle formulas. We know that sine of 90 minus theta is nothing but cos theta, right? So if you put theta is equal to 15 degrees or theta is equal to 75 degrees, cos 75 is nothing but sine of 15 degrees. So cos 75 degrees is nothing but sine of 15 degrees, which is root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. And similarly, sine 75 degrees is equal to cos 15 degrees, which is equal to root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. So sine 15 is root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. Cos 15 is root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. And cos 75 is root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. And sine 75 is root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. So once we know the values of sine and cos, you can go for the values of tan. So what is tan 15 degrees? So tan 15 degrees is nothing but sine 15 degrees by cos of 15 degrees. That is equal to sine 15 is root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. Cos 15 is root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. So sine 15 by cos 15 is root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1 by it. The 2 root 2 gets cancelled. So you can remember tan 15 as root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1, or there's a better way where you'll rationalize this. I'll multiply and divide with root 3 minus 1. So this becomes root 3 minus 1 whole square in the numerator. That is a square plus b square minus 2ab divided by a plus b into a minus b. Root 3 plus 1 into root 3 minus 1 is 3 minus 1 is 2. So that is equal to 4 minus 2 root 3 by 2. So if you take a 2 as common, you get 2 minus root 3. So tan 15 degrees is 2 minus root 3. And tan 75 degrees, if you do the same calculations, you get 2 plus root 3 as the answer. So tan 15 is, you can remember it as root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1, that's one way, or directly 2 minus root 3. Tan 75 degrees is root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1, or 2 plus root 3. So now let us go to the second set of formulas, which are 22.5 and 67.5. So 22.5, as you can see, this is half of 45 degrees. And we know the trigonometric ratios for 45 degrees. So we have to go from theta to theta by 2. So I use the formula tan theta by 2 is equal to root of 1 minus cos theta by 1 plus cos theta. How did I get this formula? We have seen that sine square theta by 2 is, so 2 sine square theta by 2 is 1 minus cos theta. 2 cos square theta by 2 is 1 plus cos theta. These are formulas that we have already seen. So if you divide these two equations, tan square theta by 2 is equal to 1 minus cos theta by 1 plus cos theta. So tan theta by 2 is root of 1 minus cos theta by 1 plus cos theta. And that is equal to, so if you rationalize this by multiplying it with 1 minus cos theta up and down, so you get 1 minus cos theta whole square, square root becomes 1 minus cos theta. 1 minus cos theta into 1 plus cos theta is 1 minus cos square theta, which is sine square theta. Root becomes sine theta. So effectively tan theta by 2 is 1 minus cos theta by sine theta. So let us use theta is equal to 45 degrees. So tan of 45 degrees by 2 is equal to 1 minus cos of 45 degrees by sine of 45 degrees. So this implies tan of 22.5 degrees, 45 degrees by 2 is 22.5, is equal to 1 minus 1 by root 2 by 1 by root 2. So if you take the LCM and cancel the denominators, you get root 2 minus 1 as the answer. So tan 22.5 is root 2 minus 1. And tan 22.5 is same as cot of 90 minus 22.5. This cot 67.5 is also equal to root 2 minus 1. So tan 22.5 is root 2 minus 1. Cot 67.5 is also root 2 minus 1. So if I want tan 67.5 is nothing but cot of 90 minus 67.5, that is cot 22.5 degrees. What is cot 22.5 degrees? 1 by tan 22.5. That is 1 by root 2 minus 1. If you rationalize this, you get root 2 plus 1. So tan 22.5 is root 2 minus 1. Tan 67.5 is root 2 plus 1. Cot 67.5 is root 2 minus 1. Similarly, cot 22.5 will be equal to root 2 plus 1. So these are the standard trigonometric values corresponding to 67.5 and 22.5. So corresponding to these angles, the values of sine and cos will not look very good. So we'll usually remember only the tan values for this. And if you want sine and cos, we'll derive it from this. You don't need to specially remember those values. So now let us look at the third set of standard angles. The third set constitutes the multiples of 18. So how do we get the trigonometric ratios corresponding to these angles? So here we use indirect method to get the trigonometric values, because we cannot use any direct formulas as we have used in the first two cases. So in the first case you have used the compound angle formulas, in the second case you have used submultiple angle formulas. So here what I do is, so if theta is equal to 18 degrees, that implies 5 theta will be equal to 90 degrees. So this implies 2 theta plus 3 theta is equal to 90 degrees, right? Because 5 theta can be written as 2 theta plus 3 theta. So let us see why I am doing this afterwards. So 2 theta is equal to 90 degrees minus 3 theta. That is, if theta is equal to 18 degrees, this has to happen. So this implies, let us apply sine on both sides. So sine 2 theta is equal to sine of 90 minus 3 theta. And this implies sine 2 theta is 2 sine theta cos theta is equal to, what is sine 90 minus 3 theta? By complementary angle formulas, sine 90 minus 3 theta is cos 3 theta. So this implies 2 sine theta cos theta is equal to So what is cos 3 theta? So 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta. So you have cos theta in each and every term. So let us bring all the terms onto one side and separate cos theta. So 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta minus 2 sin theta cos theta has to be equal to 0. And this implies cos theta, if I take common, get 4 cos square theta minus 3 minus 2 sin theta is equal to 0. So either cos theta is equal to 0 or this is equal to 0. Because theta is equal to 18 degrees, cos theta is not equal to 0. Because cos 90 will be equal to 0. Cos will not be equal to 0 for 18 degrees. So cos theta is not equal to 0 implies 4 cos square theta minus 2 sin theta minus 3 has to be equal to 0. So now this is a trigonometric equation in sine and cos. So let us try to convert it into a single trigonometric ratio. So what I do is I'll write cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta. So 4 times 1 minus sine square theta minus 2 sin theta minus 3 is equal to 0. So if you simplify this, minus 4 sin square theta minus 2 sin theta plus 4 minus 3 is plus 1 is equal to 0. So if I uniformly multiply this equation with a minus, so you get 4 sin square theta plus 2 sin theta minus 1 is equal to 0. And this is a quadratic equation. You can find the solution as sin theta is equal to, is a quadratic in sin theta. Sin theta is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square is 4 minus 4ac, you get minus into minus plus 16 by 2a is 8. That is equal to minus 2 plus or minus, this is root 20, which is 2 root 5 by 8. Obviously if you take a minus, you get minus 2 root 5 is a negative number, but sine of 18, because 18 is in first quadrant, sine theta has to be positive. So I will neglect this minus sign. So I get minus 2 plus 2 root 5 by 8, or if I cancel it 2, root 5 minus 1 by 4. Root 5 minus 1 by 4. So this is the value of sine theta if theta is equal to 18 degrees. So what is the conclusion? Sine of 18 degrees is equal to root 5 minus 1 by 4. So once you get one angle, from this you can find the other angles also.